Hey guys, it's Ace with Plains Gaming, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Better Minecraft here on the PlainsCraft server. So today's episode, we gotta solve some major problems. You're probably like, what are you in? And that's the thing. I'm building a farm, an iron farm. So today we're going to be building an iron farm as well as building a moss farm. Got these great tutorials. This iron farm comes from Avomance, which I'll post down below. Let's get into building up this iron farm because we desperately need more iron. The funnest part about this whole thing is going to be getting the villagers in here because we don't really have a village close, but we do have a village zombie spawner. So I'm going to try to capture and heal some zombie villagers and put them in here. Is kind of the goal of what I'm thinking. One. Okay, that was easy. Do I need to move this further? That's not what I wanted. I would happily take a fourth one. Okay, guys. We have done it. We have finished the iron farm. Sorry, it's been a few days since I recorded that last little bit about starting this. I had some issues with it, but we'll kind of walk through and talk about the issues I had and talk about how I fixed them. So this is based on a tutorial that I will leave in the description of this lovely iron farm that they built into a house. So we have our three villagers in here and our zombie over there, right? Can't get them. This entire area, which is probably the hardest part, the roof, the buildings, the ground, all has to be non-spawnable blocks for, I think it's like a 21 block area. So all these, so it's either path blocks, this modded path block, slab type things, carpets, you know, things like this, or things like glass transparent blocks that can't be spawned on. So we have all of this area. So our iron golem's only spawnable block is in here, which then the water rushes them down here. They burn up. There's a hopper underneath, and it sends it into my storage system for it, which I put inside of this tower. So, like I said, this whole area that's kind of paved off, this is the limit of the non-spawnable area that it had to be. Okay, so if we go in here, I'm turning all of, so this is using Tom's, since we are using a mod, since, you know, this is Better Minecraft, it has some mods. You could do this without that, but basically I'm taking all of the poppies. Basically, I'm taking all the poppies, turning them into bone meal. Don't really care about having those. And then all of these I've been AFK a little bit. All of these fill up with the iron ingots. Now we have the reason it's been working well, but the reason it's taken me so long to finish this was trying to come up with a roof design that I liked, that looks nice, but still non-spawnable. Like it's either stairs, bottom slabs, etc. And I think I came up with a scenario that I like. I even added these like little doors here to make it look like this is an entrance, but there's nothing there. That's where the zombie's at. And then like a little side door here, but there's really nothing there. So yeah, and then I kind of made these like fences with the little arches of fence gates between walls, the way that they arch like that, just to kind of add some decoration, some seats, some, walkways, some paths, these beautiful cherry trees that I love, which I use the wood up there, some overgrown bushes. I even built it upstairs for me to AFK in if we ever get to the point where we need iron. All of this is trapdoor bases or non-spawnable blocks. The only way to be safe. But yeah, this is just a little area I can sit in to AFK while it's doing its thing. But we're at this point where we have plenty of iron, so I probably won't need to AFK here for the foreseeable future. So like I said, this is kind of the farm, the iron farm, and this is what's going to help drive us into that next stage of building where we don't have to worry about getting iron for hoppers or anything like that. We also talked about building a moss farm. It's not going to work. This lovely mod pack has something called immersive weathering. And so anytime stones are too close to a moss block, they become mossy stone. And mossy stone will not turn into moss like a stone will. So I can't do the regular stone generator, which I tried here. Bone milling the moss, turning it into a stone generator. I attempted one by Raiseworks. I mainly did it because I needed bone mill, but we had a skeleton spawner that we can move, so I ended up just building a little area under here for, we can see it here. I didn't need the XP, so we just built this little area for the skeletons to die and to be entity crammed down there. That's kind of how we're running this one. I'm eventually going to cover this up with a nice looking build and stuff in the future, but we got bones and arrows for days, so bone mill is not going to be a problem now. So those are the two main things I was working on. I need to tear that down, figure out what I want the build to be over here. Next, I think we need to expand the sugarcane farm because we can make gunpowder from burning paper, which is nice. And so maybe we can get away without not needing a gunpowder farm, but I am needing rockets. I'm expanding the farmland area. I'm trying to make sure that we don't... Eventually we will redo the wheat field because wheat can turn into weeds. And so from all my AFKing, my huge wheat field that I built when we first started has basically become mostly weeds. And it looks really bad. But it turns out you can plant wheat on mulch blocks. So I'm going to need to build loads and loads of mulch blocks, which takes moss, wood chippings, and bone meal to make. And basically replace the entire surface of the land over there with the mulch block. But these crops don't seem to turn into weeds. I don't know yet, but I haven't had them turn into weeds yet. So we're going to build finish flowering this up. We're going to do an area of blackberries, an area of, more and more different vegetables throughout here. Just loads and loads of different types of crops in this outer, on this outer terrain. But I'm proud of the way our city is coming together. We've designed this beautiful wall, to help kind of set the boundaries, which the wall will continue that way. We got Mort building these beautiful buildings just to set up this wonderful, wonderful place that we have. So that's kind of it for today's episode. I'm sorry that it took so long to get this out. It's been a mess trying to deal with a lot of this, but I think we got a lot of it solved. So hopefully in the next episode we'll be able to achieve like a small build. Go back to doing stuff on a more regular basis with either small builds, but I'll also be playing Elden Ring very, very soon. So if y'all are into that, please continue to subscribe. Check us out, and be sure to check Mort's lovely builds that he's doing on Minecraft Mondays over on our Twitch at twitch.com/PlainsGaming. But guys, I appreciate y'all for tuning in for this episode of Better Minecraft, and we will see y'all next time.